This is Surface Noise. So for today, for this week, for this time, I'm going to show off some stuff I picked up thrift store and auction. Some pretty good stuff. Got some good deals here. All old stuff, but some pretty cool stuff. Very happy with what I managed to find. So let's get started. Okay, first off, this is a bunch of stuff I got at an auction. First of all, we have Hot Rocks, Rolling Stones, 1964 to 671. This is an amazing double record, a completely solid listen. This is so amazing, right from, all the singles. It's a great album. It's on London label. I did find there's slight warps on record 1 on this, but all considered, it still plays well. It sounds great. Yeah, so same label on both sides. But yeah, this is great to add to my Rolling Stones collection for sure. And it has all the great Time Is on My Side, Satisfaction, Tears Go By, Sing Me the Devil, just all the singles from that era. And it's great to finally add that. It's a good, I have a number of compilations, but this is probably the best one, I think, because this is an actual double record. And so, speaking of Rolling Stones compilations, this one is Made in the Shade. So another Rolling Stones album. This has a lot of the same album songs there. I think the different ones they have on this album, Wild Horses, Angie, It's Only Rock and Roll, Happy. I'm not sure if Happy is, I don't think it's on the other one. Yeah, I'm not sure. Heartbreaker. Yeah, there's a few different tracks. Some of them, I think Brown Sugar's on here too, though. I'm sure, maybe not. This might be all different. Actually, I think this is all different songs from that one. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. I thought there was some crossover, but it looks like this is all stuff from after '71. So, this is pretty cool. Oh, and this got a nice label on it too. You can see the picture. It's got it's the girl on the cover, the headphones and the sunglasses. So this was a pretty good pickup as well. So that's Made in the Shade, Rolling Stones. Next up, this record is Tommy, The Who. Now, as I'm going to show you, the cover is pretty trashed, as like it comes in two. Yeah, not looking too good. Not great. But the upside is these records are awesome. They play really well, really clean. Like somehow they didn't take care of the record cover, but the records themselves are immaculately cared for. Played it recently. Everything. It's a good pressing. It's it sounds good. There's no warping, no nothing, no issues at all. What's interesting too is this is like, it's an old pressing because it has, the records are labeled the first record is side 1 and 4, and then the second record is 2 and 3. So this is back in the days where you would have one of those record players that just dropped records. So you put a double album on and side 1 would play and the second one would drop at side 2, and then you flip it and it would be 3 and 4. So yeah. You got to be a little older to remember those record players, but not turntables, record players. Okay, next up in this list, I got a whole whack of Emmylou Harris records. So we'll start off. This is Blue Kentucky Girl, which features Blue Kentucky Girl, Save the Last Dance for Me, Even Cowgirl's Got the Blues, some great songs. And I already actually have this. This is like a second copy, but I won't complain. So Blue Kentucky Girl is the first one. There's quite a few here. Another one that I actually do have a copy of too. This is Elite Hotel. This has songs Sin City, Here, There, and Everywhere, a cover of the Beatles' Sweet Dreams, which I believe is the Patsy Cline song, Jambalaya. So this is another solid record, which again, I have a copy of this one too. So these ones are extras, but now we're getting into the stuff I don't have at all. This one is Quarter Moon in a 10-Cent Town. This one's getting a little later. I think this is getting into the late 70s, early 80s. Hard to read the track list here. Yeah, I'm not really familiar with these songs too much, but you know, I'll be giving that one a listen. I don't think I've played this one yet. Yeah, I'll be giving that one a listen, but it's worth it just to hear her voice. She's got an amazing voice. This is Cimarron right there. Right, and this is Warner Brothers. This one, yeah, Born to Run. Oh, she does a cover of Born to Run. That's pretty cool. And yeah, Tennessee Waltz. So a few good tracks that, you know, I still haven't given that a spin, so we'll see what it sounds like when I get to it. But Born to Run's Tennessee Waltz, can't complain. This is Evangeline. This one has a Rodney Crowell song, I Don't Have to Crawl. John Fogerty, Bad Moon Rising, she does. Evangeline is a Robbie Robertson. Hot Burrito Number 2 is another Graham Parsons track. And Mr. Sandman. Actually, I remember her doing Mr. Sandman. That was kind of big. I think that must have been early 80s. Next up, more Emmylou Harris. The Ballad of Sally Rose, right there, which is the first song. Not really familiar with too many of the songs on here, but I'll be giving this one a spin as well. This is actually, the covers on this cover feels really solid. This is a nice piece of work. Also, we got two sleeves. This is the lyric sleeve. There's a cardboard sleeve too, with some other liner notes. There we go. Once again on Warner Brothers. And there we go. And now we've come to the final of the Emmylou Harris. This is 13, right there. Mystery Train's on here. Sweetheart of the Pines. And what else is on here? Yeah, I'm not familiar with the rest of it, but I'll be giving this one a spin too. But I'm sure all of them are great because she's Emmylou Harris. She's amazing. Okay, then we've got 4 more records that I picked up, all thrift store finds. Next up, we got Street Legal, Bob Dylan. And it's pretty much a rule, if I see any used Bob Dylan in a store, I'm going to pick it up as long as it's a reasonable price. I haven't listened to this yet, and I'm not particularly familiar with the album, but you know, I like Bob Dylan, and I'll see what it sounds like. Got some nice inner sleeve there. And there we go, some Bob. Next up, we've got the Boomtown Rats. This is the Fine Art of Surfacing, which, of course, this has the classic I Don't Like Mondays. So, some Bob Geldof goodness here. There we are, inner sleeve. Some Mercury records there. Nice to have. I don't think I've ever owned. I think I had this single when I was a kid, but I don't think I've ever owned this album before, so it's a nice pickup. I remember that song so much when I was growing up, though. So much. So this next is Big Country. This is Wonderland. So this is an EP. Has a version of Chance. I think Chance was on their first record. I think there was 3 singles on their first record, if I recall, aside from the obvious In a Big Country, but I think Chance was on there too. This is a remix they got on here. Wonderland, Angel Park, All Fall Together, Heart and Soul, and The Crossing. And The Crossing, I think, was the name of the first record, I think. or second, I'm not sure. It's got the nice label with Big Country on it, which I like. It's nice when they focus on the band name. So that's a nice pickup. That's the only Big Country I have. Shocking. Lastly, we got Shriekback. This is Care. Saw this in a thrift store and didn't know if I knew the record, and then I looked at the titles, lined up. I know that song. My Spine is the bass line. I know that song. So I'm like, yep. And then gave it a spin and like, yeah, I know this record. So glad I picked it up for a decent price. I don't think I've ever heard any Shriekback that hasn't been good. So that's a sort of automatic grab for me. And I'm going to put this like this. Boom. So that's it, Shriekback. So that is the total of my pickups. Pretty good haul. It's still going to take me a while to get through listing all this stuff. So, but happy to get pretty much an instant Emmylou Harris collection and everything else in that pile. It was pretty awesome. So that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can like the video. If you really like it, you can subscribe. It's always appreciated. It helps grow the channel. That's it. Hope everyone's having a good week. I will see you all in the next video.